Hello, everybody. Welcome to another PureDriven podcast. Today, I'm joined by a very special guest. My name is Steve Rockwood, by the way, and I have Matt Barrett, the President of RaiseIt, which is a new fundraising platform that just launched. Matt, how are you doing today, my friend?
I am fantastic, Steve. I appreciate you having me here. Thank you for the few minutes you're giving me.
Yeah, so I'm going to let you talk about RaiseIt, but first, I just want to know, how long has RaiseIt really been in development? When did this come to be?
Yeah, so RaiseIt really started about a year ago, but with most technology projects, there's a lot of things that go into it to get it to a spot where you're ready to say, like, okay, we're getting there now. So we've had about a year of development within the website, making sure that all of the things work seamlessly and flawlessly, and that it's really ready to go. And we've hit that spot just probably 3-4 weeks ago now. We've kind of come out of beta testing, and we're at a spot now where we're ready to say, like, yeah, this works. Let's start getting people on it. Let's start helping communities and helping people and helping businesses all at the same time. So.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm going to let you tell us what RaiseIt really is, but first, about that community aspect, RaiseIt was kind of developed by the community because a lot of us in the Two Harbors area here were asked to, test it. We're asked about our opinions. For the past year here, we've all kind of had a say in how it went, even though it's really been developed by one or two people. So I think it's kind of cool how a community platform was actually kind of created by the community in a way. They really took what we said to heart. I think that was pretty cool. I know I tested the website probably 7 or 8 times and sent my feedback over the year. And they took a lot of what I said in and they actually implemented it, which I thought was really cool.
Well, yeah, it's when you're coming from a small town like Two Harbors, I guess it's both a blessing and a curse in the sense that the amount of people that you have to kind of pull from in the local area to actually run your testing is a lot smaller, but which can be a bad thing. But it also allows you to have a much more personal involvement and to get real answers, right? It's not just somebody who tested it for a couple minutes and then they're gone out of your life again. It's people that you actually know, you interact with daily, and it allows you to really do some fun stuff. So it's been really good, and we're at an awesome spot now, thanks in part to a ton of people.
Yeah, definitely. And we talk about it like a small town thing, but it actually started in the big city of Minneapolis. That's where the project started, and that's where a lot of the funding is coming from. So it's kind of cool that they have this small town of Two Harbors really in on this, and a lot of the people that work on the project are from this area while also being between here and the Twin Cities. So there is real successful business behind it as well as that small town feel. So I think that's kind of cool for
Yeah, it's been a fun relationship or marriage, if you will, between the two, and it's worked out. To be honest with you, a little bit better than I would have thought. Sometimes when you try to combine the real big city with that small town aspect, you can kind of get some friction between the two, and it's gone really, really well. We've had a lot of success with it, and we're excited to kind of see where it goes from here.
Yeah, definitely. So we talked about how it started, but what is it really? What is RaiseIt?
Right, the $1 million question, what is it? So RaiseIt itself is an online fundraising platform. And there's a few other ones out there that are similar to it, right? An online fundraising platform is not groundbreaking in and of itself. But RaiseIt itself is designed to really help multiple different aspects. So it's designed to help businesses by producing more people within their stores. It's designed to help people in need by producing the fundraising aspects that they have. And it's also designed to help the people that are doing the donating themselves by kind of giving them a little bit of something in return. It's no secret that right now, if you were to walk into a lot of different businesses, we'll take Denny's for example. If you were to walk into a Denny's and say, hey, I'm fundraising for Joe Smith in our town. He was just in a car accident. He broke his arm. He needs some help with medical expenses. There's a good chance that Denny's is going to be willing to help you do that fundraiser. But it's a lot of headache for them, and it can be a lot of work, and there's just a lot of things that need to happen. So what RaiseIt has done is we've really simplified that process by keeping everything online. So the way that it functions through RaiseIt is somebody can go online and they can set up a fundraiser. It's kind of similar to GoFundMe, right? They go online, they set up a fundraiser. But at the end of setting up your fundraiser, you put in where you're located, and it brings up a list of businesses in your area who have agreed to fundraise through RaiseIt. So you can see all of these different businesses, and you choose one. At that point, the business that you've chosen puts up for grabs what they would be willing to give as far as a fundraising benefit, if you will. And you guys kind of form a partnership. So it's done very quickly. It's done very easily online, where you and we'll keep going with Denny's. Now you and Denny's have formed this partnership, but you haven't had to walk into the store. Denny's isn't having to do anything special. They're just willing to say, okay, every time somebody donates, we will give this, So right now we're running a fundraiser for somebody in Duluth, and the local Perkins has partnered with us, and every time somebody makes a donation, they get a coupon in return for $5 off of whatever. It's basically a $5 gift card.
Yep.
And that's really simplified things for the business a lot. And it also helps the fundraiser, because now the people that are donating have a little bit of extra, I guess, reasoning, if you will, right?
Incentive.
Incentive. There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you. Everybody's willing to donate just based off of their goodwill, and I get that. But if you get a little something in return, that doesn't hurt either. So the business itself wins because fundraising has been made simple, it's been made easy, and they're getting more people into their stores. The person with the needs, or the fundraiser themselves, they win because now they're getting more donations because there's a little bit more incentive to it. And the person who's doing the donation wins because not only do they get to help someone else, but they get a little something back in return too.
Yeah, definitely. So as far as the business goes, a lot of what a business struggles with, besides the initial part of the fundraiser, is really having the fundraiser word get out, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have a problem with the marketing. What does RaiseIt do on the marketing side to kind of help those fundraisers out?
Yeah, so there's a couple of different things. But what we've really found is that the most important aspect of any fundraiser is to get it out into the right group of people, right? In general, people are willing to give and they're willing to help. Mm-hmm. But we found a lot more success if you can get it into Joe Smith with the broken arm, into his community of people and into his group. So what we've found is that it's really best if we have somebody in that community, or somebody that we've kind of termed a champion, who's willing to take that fundraiser and run with it. Somebody who's willing to share on Facebook, who's willing to talk to people about it, who's willing to do all of those things. And we've given them all of the necessary tools that they need to make that really, really simple. They can share it directly off the website. They can push things directly from there. So it's very simple to do, but they really need to be the ones that are in charge of getting that message out, because it's pretty night or day difference between sending it to the general public and sending it to the group of people that Joe Smith knows and who care about him directly and that sort of thing. So we've made it very, very simple to do and very, very easy, but at the core of it, it's important that there's that champion who's willing to kind of take on Joe's fundraiser being successful and pushing that message out themselves.
Yeah, definitely. So where can people find you right now if they were looking for RaiseIt? What would they be looking for on the internet? Would they be looking to contact you for more information if they're a business owner? Or kind of what's the next step here now that you have kind of launched? What's the first way that people can try it out?
Yeah, absolutely. Whether you're a business or whether you're somebody who needs to do a fundraiser, you're going to go to RaiseItFast.com, just like it sounds, RaiseItFast.com. I had to think about it.
Nice.
RaiseItFast.com. And then you're going to click Start a Campaign. And within that, once you've clicked that button, you're going to have to start up an account. It literally takes 20 seconds to do. And once you're into your back office area, it's going to ask if you're a business or if you're a fundraiser. If you're a business, you're going to have to set up an account for your business. If you're a fundraiser, you're going to set up the fundraiser. Realistically, to go from first time on the website to either my business account is set up and now people can find me, or my fundraiser is set up and I'm off and running, takes we'll say conservatively 5 to 6 minutes, something like that, and you're ready to roll.
Yeah, and what you were telling me when we were making a test fundraiser, when you're actually making a fundraiser, you were telling us that you should really put your time into it, right? Because it's what people see. So just because it's super easy to make and fast, you should put some thought into actually what you're putting on that page.
Right, absolutely. I mean, it can be very, very quick. Honestly, you can get it done in 2 minutes if you wanted to, but yeah, you need to keep in mind as you're producing these things that, hey, at the end of the day, if all you put up is Joe Smith was in a car accident and broke his arm, well, that's not going to have the same impact as Joe Smith was in a car accident, he broke his arm, he can no longer work for the next 6 months, he's going to be going through rehab, he's got 4 little kids, he's got a wife who can't work. If you put some thought behind it and say, hey, here's really why Joe needs help, that's going to be more impactful than just Joe needs help, right?
Yep. And with the RaiseIt platform, it's sort of marketing for you and for the business. So what you put in there is kind of the content that RaiseIt has to market with, right? If it's just blank, these marketing posts that go on social media and the things that people share are going to be plain. It's going to be a picture of Joe with a broken arm. Hopefully you have a picture of him. And maybe the title. But if there's no description, there's really no emotional attachment to it. It's just Another Joe with a broken arm.
And I'm sure there's lots of those.
There probably are.
Right. We need to make sure that this Joe with the broken arm is the one who's, getting the help that he needs. So yeah, it is important to spend that time there.
All right. So Matt, you have brought up GoFundMe and a couple other platforms in the same realm that you are in. Why would a business choose to use Raise It Fast over those options, or why would a person looking for a fundraiser choose you over that? What are the real reasons that it benefits them more using raiseitfast.com over, GoFundMe or something else? Is there like a real reason that a business would choose you? Is there an advantage to that?
Yeah, absolutely. So what you're really asking is kind of what's the difference between, Raise It Fast and GoFundMe, or what's the difference between Raise It Fast and the traditional standard way that a business is doing fundraising, right? And those really come from two different perspectives. You have the perspective of the fundraiser themselves. Why would I use Raise It Fast or Raise It over GoFundMe? And we have the business. Why would I use Raise It over doing the traditional thing? From the perspective of the fundraiser, why would you want to use Raise It Fast? It really is simple that it comes down to, because you're giving the people that are donating something back, right? And that's awesome. So they're getting something in return, which is good. If they're willing to donate to you, be it, $10, $20, or $100, it's a really, really nice way for you to say, hey, thank you, I appreciate that, by them getting something in return. And it's usually not something huge. It'll be, a value of somewhere between $5 and $10, something like that. But it's nice. It's a nice way to say thank you from the fundraiser's perspective. From the business perspective, it really makes a pretty substantial difference when you look at using Raise It over using a traditional fundraising platform. And usually what a business will do for fundraising is it will donate a gift card, right? Like, hey, we're doing a silent auction for Joe, and would you be willing to donate anything? They say sure. They donate a $50 gift card to their store, whatever. What winds up happening then is the gift card goes to a silent auction, a single person buys it, and you end up with one customer in your store. Yes, you get the name recognition and the feel good of like, yeah, you were willing to help, but ultimately what it boils down to is you get one extra person in your store. By using Raise It, what happens is every single time somebody makes a donation, they get that coupon for your store. They get that voucher for your store. So now, instead of getting one person into your store, you're getting 10, 20, 30, 100 people into your store based off of how many donations have happened. And that's really the biggest difference for the business themselves, is do you want one extra customer or do you want 50 extra customers, right? That's the biggest difference between using us versus a traditional fundraiser. You're going to get more customers, you're going to get more people in your store. Yes, there's a voucher that gets them there first, but once they've been there and they've tasted how good your food is, or they've seen how good your product is, whatever it is that you have, they're going to want to come back and they're going to tell people about it. And it's, oftentimes in the business world, getting that first experience is the hardest part. And once you've gotten them that, they're going to come back again. So that's where we're helping on the business side.
Yeah, definitely. So to put it in kind of a real world example, if you've been to a taco chain, a lot of them have that little tank on the counter where you drop a quarter in, and if it lands on a certain thing, you win something for free, but all that money goes to charity. So that's great, but the customer already has to be in the store, right, to use that?
Right.
Raise It is almost like having one of those, but it broadcasts a signal to everyone and tells them, hey, come use me because you'll get something. And the best part is all the things are magnets, so you automatically win, right? You automatically get something for donating.
Yeah, you don't have to wait for your coin to hit the little plastic thing.
Exactly. You get the coupon no matter what.
You win no matter what. Yeah, exactly.
So you're getting new people in the store. It's not people that are already there, which I think is a huge deal because it's great to get donations from people that are already there, but from the business perspective, they're already there.
So, yeah, you're not gaining anything. Right. Whereas through Raise It, you're gaining new customers, right? Through our system, you're getting people in your store that otherwise may not have been.
Yep.
And that's huge. That's really big. And it's not one person who bought one thing at a silent auction. You're getting a large number of people in your store who would not have otherwise been. And even, hell, if 10% of those turn into repeat customers, fantastic. You've done far better than whatever you put out for the donation at that point. So,
yeah, definitely. Well, I think that's all we have today. I'm sure we'll have you back here as the platform progresses and you have more people on there. And I'd love to hear some success stories. I know you have one going right now that's been going really well. And I hope to hear more in the future. And if you ever want to come back, let me know, and we will let the people know where to find you. If you do want to send him an informational email, sorry, not interview, informational interview. If they want to send him an informational email or get some more info from Matt himself, where can they find you?
Yeah, you can just, the email is real simple. It's my name and the website, matt.barrett, B-A-R-R-E-T-T, at raiseitfast.com.
Awesome. And if you forget the website URL, I will put it in the podcast title so you can easily find it.
Sweet.
All right. Well, thanks for coming today, Matt. And I'm looking forward to see what RaiseIt does in the future. And I will be watching the website closely. RaiseItfast.com.
Sweet. Appreciate you, buddy.
Have a good one, everybody.
Thanks.